Yep, coming back with a couple more news clips. Let's see what's going on in Houston.
Happened around noon at the Crab Station on FM 1960 at Veterans Memorial.
Jason Miles spoke with investigators and a witness and he's live with the latest now. Jason, this was a scary situation.
Another tragic domestic violence situation, Reka. This is the restaurant behind me where investigators say a 61-year-old man shot and killed his 29-year-old wife's 40-year-old boyfriend. That husband then coming out into this parking lot and trying to take his own life by shooting himself in the head. Take a look at some video we shot shortly after we arrived here on the scene. All of this happening just before noon with multiple diners and employees inside, I'm told. Investigators say that a husband and his wife came here to talk about a pending divorce and that she brought her boyfriend. Things went south during that discussion. The husband exited, but then came back in and allegedly shot the boyfriend a number of times. He shot at his wife, we're told, but missed. Now to that second scene out here in the parking lot. That's where we're told the husband got out of his black Maserati sedan and shot himself in the head as deputies responded.
Damn, he probably want to see her
There is a deceased male inside the restaurant. The male that shot himself in the head was transported to Houston Northwest Hospital, where he's in critical condition. We don't expect him to survive.
At least he took her new man with him.
I spoke with a customer who was coming to the restaurant for lunch today with her young daughter, heard the gunshots in the parking lot, then saw that man lying next to his car. She is not sure she can ever come back here knowing what happened inside. The names of those involved not yet released, but we're told, again, this couple was in the middle of some sort of divorce. It is unclear if they were estranged at the time of all this happening. I'll have another live report coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting live from Northwest Harris County, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, kind of on the boy.
Here's what $5 a month with Lemonade covers.
You know, gotta protect your woman, so I guess you should have just been ready. I don't know.
Road rage incidents are on the increase around the country, and this is one of the wildest yet. This pair is being called a real-life Bonnie and Clyde after she pulled out a gun and shot at a car with a 2-year-old boy in the back seat. Jim Murray with more on the scary confrontation that was caught on tape.
A woman opens fire on a car, and there's a 2-year-old child in the back seat. Seconds later, she fires again. The duo in this shocking road rage incident is being dubbed Bonnie and Clyde. 40-year-old Nasli Ortiz and 34-year-old Benjamin Green were quickly arrested by Houston cops who are cracking down on road rage incidents like this. The shocking shooting is the latest in a national road rage epidemic. 2021 was the worst year on record, with 500 people killed or wounded.
We've got units en route to a gunshot wound on Highway 18.
In Portland, Oregon, police say a rage-filled gunman in this black BMW shot dead 45-year-old father of 3, Dennis Anderson. I spoke to his partner, who was in the passenger seat. She asked not to be identified.
They pulled up parallel to us and just started shooting with 2 hands. They had the gun in 2 hands, and it was a lot of bullets. I was still in my seatbelt in the passenger side, and I couldn't get out, and I was trying to call 911, and I kept dialing 119.
And you won't believe what is said to have triggered this tragic road rage murder. The victim was using his windshield washer, and as is often the case, some of the spray apparently flew off and hit the car behind him. Police say that trivial incident was enough to get the driver so mad he was ready to kill. What do you want to say to the people who did this?
I don't know how you can sleep knowing that you did something like this.
AAA's Robert Sinclair says the upsurge in road rage is partly due to the pandemic.
We're all on edge as a result of being cooped up for the past 2 years because of COVID. And when we take that attitude and we get out on the road, we engage in bad driving behavior.
That's so crazy, though. Shooting at a kid. I don't care how big your butt is.
The woman accused of firing the shots was charged with aggravated assault. The male suspect was charged with assault.
Yeah. You can tell when someone lame.
Sorry, a little impromptu. I should have queued some up, but I'm sure y'all don't mind, right?
We're here for the long run.
Yeah, I should queue some up, actually. Oh, wow. A follow-up.
Wow.
Wow. I like it. You can stay at my mom's place for a couple nights.
Your breath stinks. I just wanna be free.
Jennifer, thanks. Starting with a terrifying road rage shooting in North Harris County. And the entire incident was recorded by a witness.
2 people were arrested after police say they shot at a car with a father and his 2-year-old child inside. Stephanie Whitfield is live outside PC Court, where those suspects faced a judge this morning. Stephanie.
Good morning. Yeah, the pair appeared before a magistrate judge just before 5 o'clock this morning. The court found there was enough evidence to charge the couple, and their bond will be set during their next appearance in criminal court. Now let's get right to some new video from this morning. Nazli Ortiz is charged with aggravated assault for her role in the road rage shooting. We're told her fiance, Benjamin Green, is charged with assault. Both have been living in Houston for 2 years, according to their attorney. Deputies say the road rage incident started on the North Freeway between two vehicles yesterday, and it spilled over onto the feeder road where a witness caught the shooting on camera. Take a look.
That's crazy.
Unnecessary.
The man and woman you see in the video are Green and Ortiz. The woman, Ortiz, is the one who allegedly fired the gun. It happened yesterday afternoon off I-45 in 1960 between that truck and the silver Camry in the video. We're told the truck's driver followed the Camry off the highway and both drivers stopped. Then we're told Green got out and assaulted the driver of the Camry, who had a 2-year-old in the back seat. When that driver took off, the woman fired into the car. One shot grazed the driver, a second hit a car dealership. Luckily, the man in the Camry is expected to be okay. Now again, Nazli and Green just had their first appearance before a judge. Their attorney says the couple run a cleaning business together, and Green is a disabled Navy veteran. Back to you.
Stephanie Whitfield live for us this morning. Thank you.
Doing that dumbass shit. Yeah.
They're small business owners.
Yeah.
And he's a veteran.
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. What can I say?
Maybe 2 more, or we'd be done.
Tonight, some new details are emerging about an accused predator who took an 11-year-old girl from her home in Missouri City. Fox 26's Damali Keith has been following the story and joins us live tonight with an update. Damali.
Yeah, 27-year-old Jose Paniagua is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child under 14. According to court records, Paniagua bound the 11-year-old by the wrist and forced himself upon her several times after meeting her online earlier this month.
So for the parents watching out there, if your kid is 13 years old or younger, no social media whatsoever.
That's the recommendation from tech experts like Juan Guevara Torres, because it was in the chatting app Discord where the 11-year-old victim is said to have met accused sexual predator 27-year-old Jose Paniagua, who is actually on probation in a different county for online solicitation of a minor. According to court records, the 11-year-old first thought she was talking and meeting up with a 13-year-old boy. Those court documents say on July 9th, at Paniagua's Houston apartment, the 11-year-old was forced to have intercourse multiple times, and her hands were bound with a leather belt. Also, according to those legal records, Paniagua took the 11-year-old to his apartment several times beginning July 3rd after meeting the 11-year-old online, and Paniagua told investigators he first thought the little girl was a 22-year-old woman.
When you're 13 and below, you are very trusting, and you're developing a lot of the street smarts
That's why Torres says there are no family-friendly social media sites when it comes to kids 13 and under.
Nobody under 13 should be with any access on social media or any communications app whatsoever. It doesn't matter what it is. The failure of parents not monitoring their kids' devices could be fatal.
They called Kanye crazy.
Now, fortunately, the 11-year-old was found on Friday and returned to her grandmother. According to court records, the little girl was found hiding in Paniagua's attic above his bedroom. Now, Paniagua has not had a bond set for him yet. He is expected to be in court tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Reporting live, I'm Damalie Keith, Fox 26 News.
All my niggas dead.
On tonight's Breaking Bond, a 31-year-old ex-con who never returned to court after posting bond for a violent crime is now accused of killing a man just 2 weeks ago. Fox 26's Randy Wallace joining us live tonight with the latest in his ongoing series. Randy.
Jonathan, Grayson McCowan is a four-time ex-con with a criminal history that includes illegal gun possession. But that didn't stop 176th Criminal District Court Judge Nikita Harmon from granting him a low bond. This is 30-year-old Timothy George. He became a dad 6 months ago. His wife describes him as outgoing, spontaneous, and a sweetheart. He will never see his baby boy grow up. Sadly, just a couple of weeks ago, he became the 179th Harris County resident to be killed, allegedly by a repeat violent offender free from jail on multiple felony bonds.
That we know of and that were preventable. That's 179, including almost 20 victims of domestic violence, 3 unborn children. It's 179 lives cut short.
In January of last year, 32-year-old Grayson McGowan was charged with assault to impede breathing. Police say he tried to strangle his ex-girlfriend. 176th Criminal District Court Judge Nikita Harmon granted McGowan a $15,000 bond.
If he did put up 10%, you're looking at $1,500 on someone who's already has 4 prior felony convictions.
You would think Judge Nikita Harmon would regret that decision since McGowan never returned to court.
He flew the coop. He's gone. Nobody knows where he's at. He's been a fugitive now for close to a year.
On July 10th, Timothy George was in this store at 12,511 Hillcroft when police say he got into some type of altercation with McGowan. McGowan allegedly shot him to death. According to court documents, McGowan was seen on surveillance video walking from this apartment complex to the convenience store.
And evidently they have really good footage of him because 2 of his sisters immediately identified McGowan as the suspect.
One of McGowan's sisters, Dana, made headlines herself earlier this month after police say she abandoned her 12-month-old baby for 2 days. Last Friday, Grayson McCowan was charged with murder and the death of Timothy George.
Still, for the life of me, can't figure out why a habitual violent felon, 4 convictions, is out on a minuscule lowball bond.
We know this 31-year-old father of a 6-month-old is the 179th victim of the courthouse revolving door. What we don't know is who will be number 180.
What type of city allows this to happen over and over and over again? It's unconscionable, it's reprehensible, and it has to be talked about.
Judge Nikita Harmon, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Now, if you know the whereabouts of Grayson McGowan, call Crime Stoppers. A reward is being offered. Reporting live from the southwest side, Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.
You want customers from ads much cheaper and to scale much further? Our software Hyros will do that for you, or you don't pay for it.
Crazy. You know what else is crazy? Our next video.
Hey.